I'm Thomas Fahy from the Center for the Divine Will in Tennessee. Today will be our 6th session on insights into the Father's kingdom. And last time, number 5, we emphasized how redemption has 2 major parts. And I'm not going to go into all of that right now, but the important thing is that the third fiat of God depends upon creation, and it depends upon redemption. And it is actually the part of redemption that Jesus prayed in the Our Father. So when that takes place, and we're going to speak about it here, it's already beginning now, the third fiat of God will end up completing the creation and redemption. Insights into the third fiat. The third fiat will be the fulfillment and the completion of the prayer taught by Jesus, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. The first fiat of God was pronounced in creation with no intervention of a human creature. The second fiat of God was pronounced in redemption, and God wanted the intervention of the creature, and he chose Mary for the completion of the second fiat. For the fulfillment of both, that is creation and redemption, Jesus told Louisa that he wanted to pronounce the third fiat, and I want to pronounce it through her, that is through you, Louisa, and he had chosen her to be the fulfillment of the third fiat. Jesus explained to Louisa that the third fiat will bring to completion the glory and the honor of the fiat of creation, and will be the confirmation and the development of the fruits of redemption. These 3 fiats will be inseparable. Each one will be the life of the other. They will be one and triune, but distinct among themselves. Divine love wants it, divine glory demands it. Having unleashed the first 2 fiats from the bosom of God's creative power, the divine will wants to unleash the third fiat because divine love can no longer contain it. And this in order to complete the work which came from God. Otherwise, the works of creation and redemption will be incomplete. These 3 fiats have the same value and power. The soul, from her part, disappears. It is the fiat that acts, and therefore the soul too can say to the omnipotent fiat, I want to create so much love and so many adorations and so many blessings and so much glory to my God as to compensate for everyone, that is for all the human race, and for everything. The acts of the soul will fill heaven and earth, and they will multiply with the acts of creation and redemption, and they will become one. While the world wants to cast Jesus away from the face of the earth as it is now in these times, he is preparing an era of love, the era of the third fiat. And Jesus said the following to Louisa, O iniquitous world, you are doing everything you can to cast me away from the face of the earth, to banish me from society and from schools, from conversations, from everything. You are plotting now to destroy temples and altars, how to destroy my church and to kill my ministers, while I am preparing for you an era of love, the era of my third fiat. You will make your own way in order to banish me, and I will confuse you by means of love. The third fiat will give such grace to the creature as to make him return almost to his original state. Then God will take his perpetual rest in his last fiat. And these 3 fiats are the creating, the redeeming, and the sanctifying fiats. In creating man, I endowed him with 3 powers, intellect, memory, and will. And the 3 fiats of God will accomplish the work of the sanctification of man. The human race of men will not end until the divine will reigns upon the earth, and the redeeming fiat will place itself in the middle between the creating and the sanctifying fiats. They will interweave, and all three together will accomplish the sanctification of man. The third fiat will give such grace to the creature as to make him return, as I said earlier, basically to his original state. And only then, when God sees man just as he came out from himself, will his work, God's work, be complete, and then he will take his perpetual rest in the last fiat. And Jesus told Louisa, my daughter, the third fiat, my fiat voluntas tua, on earth as it is in heaven, will be like the rainbow which appeared in the sky after the great flood, which as a rainbow of peace assured man that the deluge had ceased. So will the third fiat be, as it comes to be made known. Loving souls without personal interests will come to live in my fiat, says Jesus. They will be like rainbows of peace, which will reconcile heaven and earth and dispel the deluge of so many sins which inundate the earth. And these rainbows of peace will have the third fiat as their own life. Therefore, my fiat voluntas tua will have its completion in them. And just as the second fiat called Jesus upon the earth to live among men, the third fiat will call his divine will into souls, and it will reign in them on earth as it is in heaven, in fulfillment of the Lord's Prayer. God bless you. I'm Thomas Fahy.